looking for trouble. And boy, I found her. She's in love with herself. Grey Wolf Studios.
What's up, guys? It's me, Grey Wolf. I'm back here to do another video for you. This video is going to be on how to take a hard case Lipo and remove it from its hard case and make a soft pack out of it. And the reason I'm going to do this is, or at least in this particular instance, is because the positive terminal on this battery has come undone somehow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to open this case up, repair the battery, and then heat shrink it, and basically it'll get turned into a soft pack, but I'm hoping that it will at least work. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a razor blade and we're going to try to get up underneath the lip of the case here with the razor blade, and we're going to try to break the glue seal all the way around this sucker. Alright, case off here. Now, looks like I'm going to have to break this case to get these adapters out of here. let's see. So we'll have to use a Dremel to get this case off of here. Okay. Set this aside for later. I'm hoping that that sticker will peel off and I can re-glue it to the top of this when I'm done. Assuming I can find a way to fix this thing. So the problem with this one is the tab has actually broken off this cell right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try to get some solder on what's left of this tab here, and then I'll tin the back side of the wire here, and then I'll attempt to solder them back together. Just trying to clean up this back part of this connector, if it's even possible. Okay. So basically, the tab coming off the lipo, I can't get solder to stick to it. So basically, kind of crimped the old tab that's still attached to the wire around the what's left of the old tab. Now I'm going to try to fill in the center part with solder to kind of hold it. Okay. So now I need to get out the multimeter here and check. Make sure that it's reading the proper voltage. Alright, that looks good. I'm going to insulate all these connectors with liquid tape. Just so we don't have any accidents. And if I ever needed to come back here and change something, you can always peel this stuff off, although granted it's not the easiest thing to get off, but you can get it off if need be. And once that dries, then we'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to do to rewrap this and make it a soft pack instead of a hard pack. Okay, now that we've given the liquid tape on the end of the Lipo battery time to dry and all that good stuff, now what we need to do is wrap it. So basically what I got here is some heat shrink tubing. Zoom out a little bit here. What I got here is some heat shrink tubing. I have all different sizes of heat shrink tubing. I have heat shrink tubing for, for like electrical wires, like all kinds of different sizes for that, and then I have this heat shrink tubing here that's designed for battery packs, and I've got a bunch of different sizes of this stuff too. This one in particular happens to be a good size to use for the 4S. I don't remember what size it is off the top of my head. It's approximately 9.5 millimeters wide. Or for you that are used to doing things in inches, it's about 3 3/4 inches wide. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of this and heat shrink it down around the pack, which I've actually already done. When I came back to the battery after letting the liquid tape dry for a couple of days, it was, I don't know, probably 4 days later when I actually came back to finish up doing the battery. I forgot I was filming this, so I've actually already done this part with the heat shrink tubing, and I'll show you what it looks like when you get done. I mean, I don't think I really need it on the video. It's pretty basic. You just cut off a piece that's pretty much long enough for the lipo, and then you heat shrink it down around the lipo. So anyway, this is the lipo with the heat shrink around it, and pretty much what I did was I shrunk the heat shrink around it, but the ends were still kind of exposed, and the heat shrink tubing did not form flatly on the end. So basically, I cut off the excess part of the heat shrink that didn't form flat against the battery, and then I just took some black duct tape and taped over the ends and taped around the ends just for added protection, to help try to to avoid punctures and things like that. I taped up the end where all the wires are soldered on and stuff. I taped this up particularly well. Put a lot of tape around this aspect of it, just to make sure those wires stay in place. And then I managed to peel the sticker off of the hard case lipo, and I actually glued it on here with, I used shoe goo. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be really the best thing to glue the sticker on with, because it made the sticker kind of wet, and it's all like, I don't know, it's all crinkled and creased, and actually kind of looks like crap. But the battery should perform just as well as it did before it got broken. So that's the main thing, because once you start getting up into the 4, 5, and 6 cell lipos, they start getting a little pricey. So and this particular 4 cell has not had very much use on it, so I did not, I didn't want to waste it. I wanted to return it to service. As Han says, she may not look like much, but she'll get you where you're going. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions or comments on this, you can either visit my Facebook page at www.facebook.com/GrayWolfStudios74, or you can email me at graywolfstudios74@gmail.com. And that's it for me. I'm out.